Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first and informative podcast by Alcandros International Trading. I'm your host, Konstantin Kai Alcandros. And today will be our first sort of reporting podcast about what's happening, what's going on, sort of strategies on how to achieve our short and long-term goals. Things are currently, I wouldn't say as busy as they have been in prior times of this business, but there are things that could potentially happen. Currently, right now, we do have some inquiries on beef to China, milk powder to India, steel rails to China, gold to Dubai. There's a couple of inquiries about that we have going on. Actually, there's probably about three off the top of my head. So I think there's probably only three though. So there's quite a lot. Actually, by the sounds of it, there's actually more happening than you'd think. And there's also some other products regarding corn and soybeans, some sort of outlier and sugar inquiries for that. I'm not so sure they're really going to get fulfilled at this point. I'd say right now, we do have a buyer from the UK for gold, Dory Gold, that wants it shipped to Dubai. Now that does look like it could have some potential. Currently, pardon me, I'm doing this quite late. Currently, so he's currently waiting on an LOI from him. We'll see whether he'll pull through or not. I've been in contact with him now for over a month, going on to 2 months in early March. So we'll see. We'll see whether or not he actually comes through. He has been quite cooperative so far. That does have some potential. At this point, it's really just a waiting game, and sort of the ball's in his court at this point. So there's not much really I can do with him. There is another buyer for gold who's actually quite intriguing. He does have a name that would indicate that maybe he's related to the Saudi. Pardon me. The Saudi royal family, so I do suspect there might be some relation, but he doesn't really sound Arabic. He sounds more Indian, so I'm not sure that really this guy is, but it would be nice to think so. But the information I've gotten from him seems to be quite accurate in terms of the market price. So I think we could do a deal with this guy, but I don't think we're going to be moving too quickly with him. I think, as usual, we're going to have to make sure we do our checks and balances and our due diligence to make sure he really is, because we have had buyers in the past that claimed they wanted to buy, kind of provided a letter of intent, and then just balked. So I think I'm going to play this one pretty slow. I'm going to slit this one play it slow, maybe even just try to build a relationship with him and see how we go, and play the long ball with this guy, because I think he sounds like he'd be worth it. But that one I think has got some good long-term potential. The third buyer is, I should say the second buyer I mentioned is direct buyer, as is the first. The third buyer is through a broker that I've had previous contact with. So we'll see whether anything comes of this one. The broker has been a bit incommunicative the last 24 hours. I'm not sure what's going on there. I got a feeling he doesn't really know the buyer personally. Sounds like he's probably just contacted him through email or text and said, "Oh yeah, we've got gold," and because he knows me, he's probably going to look to supply through me. So I suspect. Also a quoted price. I think that it's for bullion too. Okay, so that's interesting. So This guy could have quite a bit of money, more money than your average gold buyer, but we'll see. Yeah, I haven't heard much from him, so I don't really think this is probably gonna. Um, Sounds like the buyer is probably of Pakistani origin and is and works in Dubai, so it sounds like to me he's quite cashed up. I got the feeling it's not going to go much further because, yeah, he's been pretty uncommunicative the last 24 hours. Hasn't really answered my question as to whether he knows him personally or whatnot, so I suspect he's probably not. I suspect he's probably not keen to maybe continue going forward, maybe because he can't really. You can see that we're probably not going to be able to help his client. There's other stuff happening with possibilities of corn and soybeans. I'm not really very. These are not really very great possibilities or great leads. The corn. There is a demand for corn to Mozambique, which I think is probably a order that I reckon is. We had an order to supply. There was a broker that I came across who wanted to supply. Who sort of was looking to supply the Mozambique government with white corn, and that fell through. I think back in around mid-year last year. Probably was around August, I think it was. So I got a feeling this is probably the same order. So either they haven't been able to get any supply since for the last 6 months, or perhaps they're looking for a new supplier. I'm not quite sure where that is coming from. So, but that's something that seems very familiar. So I'm not sure whether to take that seriously or not. I'm sort of leaning towards no, because it didn't happen back in August. So I suspect that this could just be another just attempt at just getting offers, and yeah, I just don't know that the buyer's very serious. We've also got a letter of intent for steel rails to China. Now that one I'm not very keen on either. The Chinese don't buy at market price. They're always looking to undercut the market. So I don't know that we're going to be able to do anything with that. It would be good money though, because we're looking at 600,000 metric tons across 12 months. That's pretty good. But the market prices, they were asking for 220 for steel rails. You're looking at around about, I'd say probably around, from my knowledge, 250, 260. I'd say. It's up to even 280. Look, we'd probably be able to do it for around about 260. I think. You know, I reckon that'd be all right at that quantity. We could do maybe a little less, but the final decision's not really up to me. Again, our associates, we work with a team of other people as well, so that have input. So, but I think it wouldn't be unrealistic 260 per metric ton to China. What else is happening? There's just other inquiries for milk powder. I don't think those are going to go anywhere. The specs don't seem to match, nor does the price. So I think that's probably going to fall through. There is inquiries for shrimp. There is an inquiry for shrimp to, I think, is this Bangladesh or India? But that looks like it's fizzling out. So I don't think that's going to continue. The buyer hasn't gone back to me. There is interest for beef to China, but I don't think those are going to. I think those are going to fall through too. Both potential buyers, have been unhappy with the price. One in particular, I've lost interest in doing business with. He seems to really just be beating around the bush. One of them is a broker. He claims to have lots of buyers. My guess is he's just found a bunch of people online, has contacted them and said he can get beef, and somehow now is saying he's got people he can supply. I think he's full of shit. Well, he's not full of shit exactly, but I don't think these are strong leads. You know, I don't think his clients are strong leads. You know, doesn't have a personal relationship with these buyers, I suspect. So I don't think he's worth. I think one of these. I think the broker I'm speaking to about these buyers is a waste of time. He's been beating around the bush, asking me the same questions over and over again. And look, I basically told him straight out, look, we're not interested in continuing any further if your buyers can't put anything on the table. And yeah, look, I haven't heard back from him for now the last two and a half days. Mind you, I didn't respond to his last message, but yeah, look, I can just tell that's just a waste of time. I can see. So it's just I'm wasting my time with that inquiry. There's an inquiry for sugar. I'm not sure that's going to go anywhere. I haven't heard back again from the broker, the mandate. So I don't think that's going to go anywhere. And there's probably one or two other sort of marginal things or inquiries. But I'd say currently right now, things are not too bad. We've got some things in the pot that could boil over, particularly with gold. So I'll keep you posted on developments day to day, but I think for today that's probably a good overview of what's sort of currently happening right now with Alkindros International Trading. So on behalf of Alkindros International Trading, this is Konstantin Alkindros signing out. Thanks for listening.